the streets buzzing. Everything is growing. Everything is blooming. It's a little gloomy today, but whatever. It's still a beautiful day in Zamunda. It's like 60 degrees today. It's amazing.
It's a Monday.
Yes, yes. It's Wednesday, and Wednesday, yeah, Zamunda. That's what I call it, cause it's my everything, cause this is where I'm from. This is where it all started. So today I have an amazing show. I had to come back with the fire because we are in our election part of the year where I elect local officials and state reps, and for Missouri basically it's that time of the year, and I wanted to bring on somebody that meant something to me. I just want to sit down and talk to this lady. I've always seen her. She's always been a positive force, doing amazing things, and you guys know I'm not going to introduce her, right? Because on my show I never introduce my guests. If you are an avid watcher of Miss Me Out the Dark, you know that I always say I can never introduce my guests better than they can introduce themselves. So, guest number one, who are you?
Hey fam, what's going on? I'm Coffee Wright, Carla Coffee Wright.
Oh,
Is my mic on?
yeah, it's on. It's on. Okay, Miss Carla Coffee Wright. And who is that? Who is Carla Coffee Wright?
Well, I'm an advocate for the missing, the homeless, seniors, any type of social injustice. Hey, we out here. We outside, family. And I'm also a candidate for the new 11th ward.
Okay.
Candidate for older woman.
Okay, wait a minute. We got to give you something for that. Yes, black woman doing her thing. I love it. But you are so much more than you have accolades through the roof. Like you could probably fill a book with all the stuff that you've done. But what we are here for today is just to get I just want to, okay, let me just break it down. Why I felt I needed you here was because you are one of the most courageous people I know. Like you like a little hidden jewel in St. Louis. Like everybody have it, they try to comfort you and you bounce back. You have went up against some of the top officials in Missouri State and was one of the only black women to do that. You stood firm in that. Like you outside, you in the trenches. I see you. I'm in the trenches. I see you in the trenches. You do not get the respect you deserve. So I just want to give you your flowers today. We gonna do that. We gonna do that. We gonna give you your flowers today. We gonna give you your flowers today. So, Miss Wright, would you like me to call you Carla or wait a minute? We gonna just call you Coffee.
Yep.
Cause that's what I know you by, Coffee. Cause I've done a couple of shows. You were on those shows or whatever, and you've been, like I said, in the trenches. But what I don't understand is, what do you think is holding back? Let me say this. I went to vote for the first election, the primaries this last, on last month, and I saw very few black people. I saw maybe, I don't know. I saw probably I saw black people working at the polls, but I didn't see nobody coming to vote. All the people that I saw coming to vote were other races.
Yeah, black people, and people just in general, they tired of being tired. They tired of being disappointed. They tired of continuing to elect the same old status quo, and nothing ever changes. So they come to the conclusion that why should I vote? My voting doesn't change anything. But we gotta keep hope, because your vote can change. Because whether we vote or not, someone's gonna be elected. That's what we have to understand. So our vote is our voice. And what we have to do is empower more people to vote. It's enough of us registered. It's not that we're not registered. Like in the ward I'm running, the new 11th, we have about 20 registered voters, at least 15,000 registered voters, and 20,000 people, and only 900 and some people came out to vote.
Okay, you said a new 11 because I know they did restructure the districts or whatever. So where exactly is the new 11?
Well, the new 11 goes south, starting at Shoto, right at, say, Shoto and Vander, where the Quick Trip is. And then it goes on continues north, just the east side of Vander. So the middle of the street is the ward where the is the boundaries, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we have the east side of Vander headed north, all the way to Fairgrounds Park. Stop right there at Beaumont, where I went to school. And when you get to Beaumont, you cross over the Natural Bridge, and it's only the north side of Natural Bridge. So everything back over Fairgrounds Park, which would take you all the way to O'Fallon Park. So everything over there. Now, if you head west up Natural Bridge, we got that too, but we stop at Marcus, and we just have the south side of Marcus. And then we go down Marcus, and we wrap around down Lee and Dryden, down to Newstead. This side, which would be our south side of Highway 70, right? Highway 70 is the border. Take us around behind O'Fallon Park, if y'all following me. Go down Warney till you get to West Florissant. That's North Florissant right there, actually. You take Florissant to Grand. And only, again, the south side of Florissant now, once you get to Warney. You take that to Grand. When you get to Grand, you hang a right, and you only have the west side of Grand.
Okay.
Take that down to Natural Bridge, where Central High School is. Pass up Central, go down a couple of blocks. In the alley, starting in the alley of Palm. Okay?
Oh, they did some redistricting.
From the alley of Palm down Garrison, just 2 blocks down, you got Garrison. And you take Garrison down to Dr. Martin Luther King, down to Jefferson, to Shoto, and you back around to the Quick Trip. So that's crazy. You know, it's mad. It's a crazy design, but they picked it.
Well, it's a reason behind it. It's a reason behind everything they do.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that part as well. So how many people you think live in that district? That's a wide range of. That's a lot of blocks.
It's a lot.
A lot of people.
20,000 plus people.
Wow.
And again, only 900 and something came out to vote. You know, a little over 900. And so, with voter turnout like that, I mean, we're encouraging everybody to come out and vote. If you live within those boundaries, within Vander to Jefferson, Shoto to Highway 7, if you live in that patch, then you are part of the new 11th. It's 6 different wards, a piece of 6 different wards combined. So if you live in there, I'm urging you, please, family, if you got family or friends that live there, normally those people went to Beaumont, Vashon, or Central. And if you have anyone that attended any of those high schools, still live in the hood, or family live in the hood, please, ask them to come out and vote, because your vote is counting, and they counting every vote, And I need your support. Bottom line, I need your support, because nothing's going to change if we continue to put people that are timid or that take buyouts.
Oh,
And that's what's happening. You can check our campaign budget. That's your business. That's the public business. They don't realize it, but they have the right to check any elected candidate or any elective official or candidate's campaign budget. You can see how much money everybody have, where every nickel came from. And when you check mine, you're gonna see we had about $2,000 and some dollars. Our opponent has about 20-some thousand. You see who put in hers, which is people from some billionaires. The ex-mayor Slay and his entourage, these people, and when you take money from the big boys, then you become a puppet, because you are obligated. They say deals are cut in the back room. So we don't take money from major companies or big boys, billionaires. Our little money comes from regular everyday people. May put in $5 here, $10 there, my own pocket and anybody else's, but it's really votes don't votes is what win elections, not money, but it takes money to be able to connect with the people. And the reason why I say that is because our ward is filled with a lot of buildings, a lot of senior citizen buildings. We have about 10. We have a lot of apartment buildings that we can't have access to, college dorms. We have SLU, we have Harris Stowe, which I'm alumni of. If you went to Ashland or Yateman, fam, that's in our ward as well.
I went to Yateman too.
Okay, I went to Ashland. Okay, so I went to Ashland and Beaumont.
That's definitely my area. Cause is that that's the district that Brandon held?
It's a little bit of what Brandon had, a little of the 3rd. It's a lot of what John Muhammad had, a lot of the 21st. It's some of the 19th, the 6th, the 4th. And those are pretty much the combinations that we have. And so all the wards, it's 14 now, as you said, and all of them have a little bit of of the other wards mixed with them.
everything.
Yeah.
So, why do you think they redistrict like that? They
Voter oppression. Nothing other than another form of modern day voter oppression. They did some crap like this in Mississippi, and it worked to the big boys' favor. And Mississippi got more minorities than any other state, I believe. And so this is what we're dealing with. They're anticipating that black people, just let's keep it real, let's be clear. They're anticipating that blacks are not going to get up and go vote. The rumor is blacks only vote in major elections, in November presidential elections. So when we sleep and we think it doesn't matter, on the local level, it matters more for people, period. Whether you're black, white, it doesn't matter, family. You got to get out and vote. And so when the poor people and the working people don't get out and vote, then we get what we get, and many people aren't looking out for our best interests. It's a lot of greed in politics. It's a lot of greed. Everybody want to be the big boss. Everybody wants to do things their way instead of doing things. The bottom line is we are supposed, any elected official, you're paid by taxpayers. So taxpayers don't have to kiss your ring. You need to be kissing their ring, okay? And the thing is that our job is to make life easier and the life living conditions better for the people. Point blank, no matter what position you hold, you're supposed to be able to make life better for the people who pay you. That's their money. Right. And they're paying us in different capacities to do these jobs the best we can. That's the best in the best interest of them. In some kind of way, many people get it twisted.
They get it super twisted. It's kind of like I said, this is really disheartening because I vote every election. I vote every election. Even if I don't believe in the candidates that I'm voting for, I still voice my opinion because I make my vote count. Because I remember my grandmother telling me the stories of what they did and what they went through and this and that. And I just feel like it's a homage to her because she went through hell to be able to vote. So it's important, but on a local level, it's super important because, like you said, it's a lot of things being done behind the scenes that we're not going to see until it's too late to see it if you don't come out and vote.
Whew, just sent a chill through me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Changing awards. We had an opportunity to vote against that happening, and we didn't do it. And we did not, and it show you what wards didn't get out and show up. And so then we fought to give everybody that opportunity again. And I wasn't an elected official. I'm still not. I'm hoping to be one come April the 4th. But I went out, I campaigned, I canvassed, I got over 15,000 signatures against that. I went under Jesse Todd, who's the current alderman for the 18th ward, which will be all the wards, all the 28 aldermen is over come April the 4th.
That's really
new
crazy.
Ward, new alder people, and so we have an opportunity again for a new approach, and I would like to do that. But I have to say, Jesse Todd was the only alder person that was fighting against changing this change of changing the wards, redistricting everything. But it took more. It needed more than him.
Well, my thing is, I think my personal opinion is, I think it's a lot of I'm just saying, like, eminent domain stuff going on. It's a lot of restructuring around those companies that's coming and all this big business, and I think they trying to do what a lot of cities have already done, which is just push us into a small little village and say, well, live there, little black people. Live there. This is where we want you to go, and we want you to shop here and live here, and then we're going to take over all this,
Absolutely.
And I just want to know from you, what would, for the people who don't know you, why should they go out to the polls? Just almost like next week, in a week or so.
We're down to about 10 days, family.
Right, and vote for you, those that don't know you.
Okay, for those who don't know me, I have to say, Google me, baby.
Okay.
Because I'm Googleable. Go to my Facebook page, or you better ask somebody. As simple as that. If you know any activist, progressive activist that's outside, that's doing things, that's shutting stuff down when it ain't right, that's showing up. Not only, I'm not talking about with just a picket sign or stomping, but showing up in court, following through, because, getting results. If you know anybody that's doing that, then just ask them about me. Simple as that. Call me. Check out my Facebook page, whatever you got to do. But whether you vote or not, somebody's going to win. So if you keep your mouth closed and you don't cast your vote, the person that wins, you may not be satisfied with. Because I'm sure if you compare me to her, you will see the difference. And there is a difference. As a matter of fact, she and her husband been committee man for the past 5 years in one of the wards that is part of the new 11th, and that's the 21st ward. What have changed in 5 years? What if North St. Louis still look the same? Worse, if anything. So they've been the committee people for the past 5 years, and we see no improvement. So why should she be the alder person? And what people don't realize is that her husband is still the committee man. Her best friend is the committee woman. If she end up being the alder person, what a lot of people don't realize is that the committee people is a state position, a state party rather, and the Democrat Party, and they decides, the committee people can decide who that ward is going to endorse. So that means if your husband is the committee man and your wife is, we know where the nepotism comes in and the favoritism and all the other isms, right? And so we will be stuck with allowing a group of people to have a monopoly over the new 11th ward. And it's nothing we're going to be able to do about it. So I'm not with the status quo. I'm for the people. As simple as that.
I know, that's why I love you. That's why I love you. Because a lot of people before the people, and once they get in office, they no longer for the people. They are really no different than a lot of other people who come in our communities to, make it, come in the food as a community, build a whole big thing and just monopolize the whole area right there. Everybody uses the black agenda.
Exactly.
So what, because I've seen people who were for the people, and then they get in office and they forgot about the people.
I've seen that as well. But you know what? I have to say, I don't know anybody who went so hard, who goes hard for years, volunteering their time, and then they get in office and they give them the middle finger.
No, not straight up the middle finger, but they forget. I don't think that's why I like you, because I really think you've been in the trenches so long, trying to, you have really never gave up on anything you was trying to do.
Thanks. I'm not gonna give up. That dash between when I was born and when I die means something. The legacy I live means something. Whatever I leave behind, that means something. Otherwise, it's another fight. What is the point? It ain't like, oh, she needed because of the money. It's plenty of jobs, and I'm a filmmaker. You know what I'm saying? My house is paid for. Everything is paid for. I could just, fly to Cuba and lay on the beach and have a martini and enjoy life. And every time I think about just saying, the heck with this, something else happened, another injustice. And it's like, we gotta deal with it. Because what's so important, it ain't about me. It ain't about anybody that's older than me, really. What it's about is our kids, our grandkids, our great-grandkids. A lot of people look at me and think, well, Coffee don't even have no kids. Some people try to talk to me like I'm a kid, and I have to get it clear. I'm a great-grandmother, sis. I have children. I have a grandchild, and I have a great-grandbaby.
That's
okay?
a blessing.
And if I die tomorrow, what are we leaving him? This mess? If we don't fight, if I don't fight, if my kids don't fight, if my grandbaby don't fight, she's grown. She's 7 times 3. Okay? And so then what are we leaving him? We have to clear the space. We have to. It's our duty. It's our responsibility.
It is so weird to me. Okay, so why do you feel like, because I feel like a lot of people pick on you. Now those are my words.
Well, thank you.
So I feel like that they feel, a lot of people pick on you for some reason. I don't know why, because I'm not gonna say no names, but everybody that knows Coffee knows the voicemail or whatever. That was so disrespectful. And now I feel like the person that you're running against, I know politicians do the slander campaign or whatever, but I feel like that's a nitpicking situation kind of also too. But
it's some petty stuff, and what it is that the news, the media want anything they can eat up. If it bleed, it lead, and so it was only 2 of us running. In the other wards, you had 5 and 6 people running for the same position. It was only 2 of us. No one even applied until she applied to. She filed 2 days before the deadline. I filed on the deadline, so nobody had even filed for that ward. And I didn't really want to file for it because I ran for U.S. Senate, and it's twice.
Definitely did.
I ran against in 2018. I ran against Claire McCaskill.
That was the one that blew my mind.
Came in second place out of only black in the race.
Right, as an independent, right?
I was a Democrat. On the
okay.
Democrat ballot, came in second place. Josh Hawley kicked both of our butt. Okay, and that's what we got because enough people didn't get out and vote. But it was a good turnout. I had over 40,000 votes. Okay, then in 2022, I ran against the Veil Prophet Queen. I mean, I ain't slinging mud.
But I mean, those are
it's
facts.
Known. Ku Klux
those
Klan.
are facts.
Veil Prophet Queen, Trudy Bush.
Yeah, those are facts.
34 people in the race. I came in 4th place on the Democrat ballot. Okay, 9 black people. I was the top black. Had more votes than any of the blacks. But coming in 4th place still ain't good enough. Almost don't count, right? But again, 76% of the people didn't even get out and vote. 76% didn't vote. Okay? So, and I say that to say the U.S. Senate position is somewhat similar to the alderperson, but it's for the entire state of Missouri. The alderperson is just for a ward, just not even a district. You know what I'm saying? So people kept saying, Coffee, why don't you run? They was trying to get me to run for alderman for years. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because I couldn't pick a side I wanted to fight for. I wanted to fight for the whole Missouri, the whole St. Louis, not just a little section. So that's why I never decided to run for alderperson. But people kept asking me. Nobody had gotten into file. I live in the ward. So I said, okay, well, I'll go ahead and do it. But you had to get signatures, sign up, know. And so I decided a week before, okay, we're going to get the signatures and see what happens. We'll go out and do it. We went and got the signatures. And we got 2 or 3 days of getting signatures. We had 7 times what we needed. So we said, okay, well, I guess the people may want it. We needed 63 signatures. We had like 350.
Oh, wow.
And that wasn't even with a lot of effort. That was effortless, So we thought, well, go ahead. Let's go for it, But little did I know that the person lived the next block over. Like I said, I ran against these white women who respected me totally, who told me, Trudy Bush, Ku Klux Klan Queen, said, Coffee, if you win, I'm going to finance your campaign. And if I win, Coffee, I want you and my team. That's what she said in front of everybody. Wasn't no secret. All the candidates, the black candidates, and some of the white candidates, including Kuntz, Totter, all of them, we were cool. Wasn't no problem. And then I run against a so-called, I'm not even going to call her a sister, I run against a black person, and I get treated, spit on. I get pissed on and told it's raining. And you live the next block over. Where they do that at? I guess in St. Louis, because that's where it happened.
Well, sometimes black women could be harder on other black women than any other race of women, period. So it kind of makes sense to me. So when people, because, when they run these slander campaigns or whatever, and they drag people, and people only listen to one half of the story. What would you say to a person who was questioning, like, whether you live in a district or what is this true or whatever, just to clear the air for Coffee for this upcoming election?
First, what they need to do is, I own my home.
Okay.
I didn't just buy it yesterday. I've been owning my home, paid for. Okay, maybe that's a problem for some people that they're struggling or whatever with their rent. But I'm struggling too. You know what I'm saying? But my house is paid for, been paid for. Okay. Secondly, to question where I live. First of all, what they need to focus on is who's going to do the job for them.
Right.
Okay. You want somebody who, first of all, make up lies on people, go investigating people, did a secret investigation on me. This been going on since January. I found out in February, the Commission of Ethics, as well as the Collector of Revenue, sends me a letter in the mail in February saying that you have been cleared. You've been under investigation for the past 30 days of accusations and allegations that you didn't live in the ward. We've checked everything out, whatever, and you are cleared. We found those allegations to be false. Good luck. Okay?
Oh, wow.
This letter came to me. I didn't even know I was being investigated.
Right.
This person sent them a stack, I guess thick as a dictionary of her fence was raggedy, whatever she wanted to investigate and collect and subpoena and all this stuff, and secretly trying to get me kicked off the ballot, because if I'm off the ballot, she automatically wins.
Yeah.
Okay? And so she know that I've been cleared since February. Why would you wait till after the primary in March and come up and give the same information to anybody that's willing to listen to it? Give it to the news so they can broadcast it on the news to make yourself shine.
And she is going hard. I don't know her or nothing like that,
Well,
but she is definitely going hard.
Look, I've gotten letters in the mail. I got letters in the mail. I should have brought them in to share them with you, but I can send you a copy of them. Mm-hmm. Letters in the mail, threatening letters, nasty letters talking about me like a dog, calling me all kind of names and everything. Okay, if I don't live there, why you mail it to my house? I've gotten several letters to my home, that's come from them. I've gotten text messages. So why don't you just drop it off at the board of elections or something? Why you mail it to my house? Okay,
I would definitely keep those.
I don't punch a clock, sis. As if anybody knows me or follow me or whatever, they know it's like, damn, how do you be at all these places at one time? I do 900 things in the course of a day.
Yes, you do. I've seen you in two.
So when do I have time to be? Thank you. When do I have time to be at home? I can't. Don't nothing happen at my house. Ain't nothing happening there. When I go home when I choose to go home. When I choose to go home. I'm a health home care provider for everybody. I share it with my mom. I don't know if you.
I do.
Okay, I was taking care of my mom for years.
You were.
In my mom's house, okay? So I spent a lot of time at my mom's house. That's on video. Go back years.
It is.
Okay, so I go home.
And a lot of time in senior citizen buildings too and stuff like that too.
Thank
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
COVID testing for hours and hours. Trained 28 people to COVID test. Had COVID test business all over St. Louis. If anybody got a mouth swab, that was me. Okay, I brought that to St. Louis. We didn't have any mouth swabs here. It was up your nose with a rubber hose. Okay, trained and made sure that 28 young folks and some older folks got certified and everything to do that. And so I'm out in the streets, right? Fighting the power. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely are in the streets.
So when do I have time to be in my house? I didn't know I had to punch in. I don't punch a clock when I go home. I go home when I feel like it. After now, my mom, she passed about a year and a half ago, as you know. And I've been thank you. I've been taking care of a real close friend of mine who's a prostate cancer patient. Okay, so I'm in the middle of the night changing his bags and just doing everything.
In the trenches.
Okay,
in the trenches. Thank
you. And I'm not getting paid for doing this. Trust and believe, right? I'm not on their payroll. Okay, I also have a DNA testing business, right? That's with the COVID, and so I'm in and out of town. I pop in and out of town getting independent contracts, not with pharmaceutical companies, but with research firms who are contracted with the pharmaceutical companies, right? And I hook people up who want to do it as well. But the thing is that I sleep wherever I lay my head. But I have a home, and it's on Holly, and that's my official home. Now, I would have loved to have ran in a different ward, true to power. I would have loved to ran in the ward where my mom was, because I know more people the way they have redistricted the ward. Oh, man, it would have been a piece of cake for me. But then I knew that my name is not on that lease. So how do I prove that I spent a lot of time there?
Right.
And so therefore, I had to give my own address because I've never gave up my house. I live there, but I'm in and out. And so my mom passed, in June. Her lease didn't expire till end of February. So I had to go back home. I had to make sure, but like I said, I come and go as I please. I'm not the borrowing butter type person, although I'll give you the shirt off of my back. I'm not going to knock on your door and say, can I borrow some butter or sugar? So I didn't know they was keeping tabs, but I'm glad that I was low key enough that it is questionable because of the death threats I was getting. And these people, are the same
Oh, I
people that did it at
threats.
the end of my campaign, because the feds have been investigating these death threats since the Senate campaign. And that's another reason why I had
Yeah,
to
the Senate campaign was a different animal.
but
Like
it's the
they were
same. It's
really
some of the
coming
same
from.
people
Is it?
that's on my opponent's team. See,
Oh,
yeah, them the same people, and so it's crazy. And the reason why we figured that out. So it's some of those same people. St. Louis is so small.
it is very small.
Yeah,
It is very
yeah.
small.
We know who they are. I mean, it ain't no secret. The feds know who they are. They've been identified. They've been approached. You know, and so so I just I say, wow, I'm very natural. I'm into environmental. I support the Green Party.
I know. Is that your garden over there off of Sarah?
No,
Is
that's
that your garden?
It's not, but one of my close friends actually lived there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, brother Bob is there, and
Oh,
he's
okay.
and he's working that garden, and we just outdoors
It's
like
nice.
that.
It's in the middle of the hood. That's what I like about it.
Sarah and Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But the thing to me is amazing that they never say anything of any substance. Like you said, you talking about a house, but what did you say? Yeah, have you said anything about would she be a good pick for that ward, or
right, they want
would-
to if they
would
want to
she
sell
help the
out, if
people
they
in
want
that
to.
ward, or does she not always be in that ward and she's familiar with the people in that ward?
Girl,
or
I know every
anything like
street, but
that?
I can walk that
I know
ward
you-
blind, okay? I grew up on Margaretta. You hear me? I'm an Ashland Burr. I went to Ashland. I graduated from Ashland grade school, okay? Went to Beaumont, okay? Then tallied over to Forest Park. Graduated from there with a degree in early childhood education, right? That's my
Okay.
thing. I love kids to the end. Will hurt somebody over a child. And I don't even have to know the kid, okay? We don't mess with our kids and our seniors. And then I went over to Harris Stowe. It's a great day to be a Hornet,
Oh Lord.
But so she's not from St. Louis. What grade school did she go to? What high school did she go to? I want to ask that question. Okay,
Oh,
'cause
she not from the Lou.
she ain't from the Lou, and my family still live around me. I still got family all over St. Louis. Up the street, my cousin live up the street. Cousin around the corner, Redbud. Cousin up the street on Holly. All over. My first apartment was on Pope. Okay, right there, at Pope and Rosalie. That was my first apartment. I was 16 years old. Okay, caught the telebus over to Olive. Got off at Olive. And then got on a Delmar bus and went up to McDonald's over there. Used to be a McDonald's where Bi-State was. And I was catching the bus there, and I was working at McDonald's Hamburger right there, to pay my rent. Okay,
Right.
$165 a month.
Oh my God.
What's she talking about?
Those was the days. 'Cause
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know nothing about that life. Well, since we talked about that, we just gonna leave that alone. We gonna let the mudslinging and whatever, because we're the best. The best man is gonna win. But St. Louis politics is something else. Like just sitting back watching it and zeroing in on what's going on is crazy.
Yeah, they
It's
talked
really
about
not about the people at all. It's not about I don't feel like it's about the people, because I don't feel the love when I go vote. I go, like I said, I go to vote because it's my right to exercise that vote. But once people get in office, I believe that you will be the same person you are now. I don't believe that you will kiss the ring. I believe people know that, and I believe that's the reason why they fight so hard to keep you out of office.
Thank you. The thing about it is that if anybody, include myself, anybody in office, we don't have to take their crap. If we don't do what we say we're gonna do, recall. I say it all the time. Recall. We have the power to recall elected officials. We put them in, we take them out. That's the way it go. Don't let nobody sit up here. I mean, just look at us as your employee, and you hire somebody. You own a bakery, and you hire somebody to bake a cake, and every time you go to the bakery, they close. You can't get in. It's no cakes, no donuts, no cookies, no nothing. Then we just gonna wait until, are we gonna wait? Are we gonna say, you know what? You gotta go. You supposed to be baking cakes, and my customers coming here for cakes, and ain't no goodies.
I think knowledge is power. I think that if you can't get up off your butt and go vote, then you definitely don't know the power that you have in the vote that you're not casting. So you're not gonna read up on voting. You're not gonna read up on what
But
can
then
my
shame on
vote
us.
do.
Shame
Yeah,
on us.
definitely
And that's
shame
why
on us.
I'm telling the listeners, I'm telling everybody, recall. If a person that you elected is not doing what they say they're gonna do, they're untouchable. They can't talk to you. They're not having town hall meetings. They're not
Accessible.
if they're not
yeah.
accessible to you, Ben, you ain't got time to wait to the next election. We steady getting older. The kids are getting older. Things are changing. You can't wait on the next election. Recall and you can get somebody else in there. You see, when the brothers had to resign, then they did another election and got new people, right? And so life still goes on. It's gonna go on with or without whoever's holding that position. And when you're not capable to do it, then you got to be replaced.
Okay. Do you think that the powers that be, the people up there, the people up there, the puppet masters, do you think they have the power to pull strings and make things happen? And we really, because sometimes I feel like my vote, I really don't have a vote. Because if you're going to do, play the chess game and move the pieces on the board, does my vote really count?
It counts if your vote counts. But people that are concerned with how our future ends up, because we can't lock up our way out of this. We got to have jobs for people. These boys wouldn't be, and I won't just put it on the boys. These people wouldn't just be snatching purses, stealing cars, and doing these things if they had a decent job, they had decent income. I don't know anybody would own their own business or have decent income is going around doing these things, right?
That is true.
So we can't just say, oh, we're going to keep locking them up. Let's get them some jobs. Let's get them some training. Everybody don't want to go to college. Some people want to just work with their hands. I love working with my hands regardless of what school or what college I went to, So the thing is that it's a lot need to be done. In almost every household, we have somebody with asthma, suffering with asthma. Look up 15, 20 years later, they have cancer. This environmental stuff, that's what I like about the Green Party is that they really introduced me to all these dangerous chemicals and pesticides that they're putting in our parks and our community. We got to get rid of that. Right now, my opponent is trying to buy votes, trying to garner votes by telling everybody, email me your information. I'm gonna send you back an application so that way we got money. I'm sponsoring a new bill, and we got this new program where they're going to put redo your home improvement program. They're going to just check every box on there. Check you want your floors done. Check you want your kitchen remodeled, your bathroom remodeled, your basement remodeled, whatever work you need done, your roof, new windows, whatever. Check every box. I'm going to make sure all my people get this. Okay, that's the nepotism, favoritism, and all the other BS that I'm sick and tired of. Okay, because when you turn around, first of all the person shouldn't be in charge of that type of program, and they're not. Secondly, she may be sponsoring the bill 171, I believe it is. But guess what? The bill ain't even been voted on. So you misleading people. You saying this crap to try to get people to vote for you because everybody want their house fixed up. If I was sitting in office, I'm not going to vote for that bill anyway. You know why? Because we shouldn't be picking the favorites. It shouldn't be, even though they said, well, that bill is going to be for 500 senior citizens in the ward. What about the rest of the people? I love me some senior citizens because I understand, know them, know us. But I say home repairs for all, not just the senior citizens, because we asking the young folks to stay in the ward. We asking them to get yourself together, and they have a little raggedy house. They deserve to have some help on getting theirs repaired too. So why do we worry about, I say forget about your kitchen floor. I say forget about remodeling your basement. Forget about us remodeling your bathroom and your kitchen too. Because instead of spending $50,000 on 500 people, how about we spend say $1,000, $5,000, whatever it takes, just to do the outside on everybody. So I say home repair for all. If you may just need your steps done, you may just need your fence done or paint around your window sills. That's not going to cost $50,000. We don't need to remodel the inside of your house. Worry about your own inside of your home, just like I worry about the inside of mine. But what they looking at, she got a broken window on the side of her house, and that broken window got a board on it, and she painted. You damn right. Because when I was climbing on top of my damn roof, the ladder hit it and busted out. Okay? And I didn't have the funds to buy another window and get it put in, so I put a board over it to make sure people don't break in. Because like I said, I'm in and out of town all the time. You damn right I got a board to keep your ass out. Because these neighbors, are you calling the police? And how quick are the police coming? Let's see how fast that happens.
From my personal experience, it's a shortage.
With 911 having 3 people, let's see how fast the police gonna come. Even before it got that bad, people have broken my house because I'm in and out of town. So so that yeah, you can put an alarm on. An alarm ain't stopping nobody. That's just letting you know that they broke in. It sure ain't getting nothing back. I ain't never got nothing back when they break in and steal my jewelry and steal different things. So I can protect my house, secure my house the way I want it secured. I have a bar on my front door. Been having it since I bought the house. And that's how I enter and exit. But I also have a board on my window, on the one little window on the side that seemed to be a problem. So she picked it whatever she can, And then I'm tell you something else. It's a bill out there. It was bill, I think, 146, and one of the aldermen put this out to be voted on a few years back, and I wanted that bill to pass so bad because that bill actually gives you a choice. Now, I don't know if you live in the city or the county.
I live downtown now, but I'm from the north side, so that's why these things close to my heart. For real.
Well, see, on the north side and even downtown, your water bill is metered. You pay a flat amount. You may pay anywhere from $700 to $1,200-$1,300 a year. Okay, depending on how many bathrooms you have,
right,
and all of this. My house is 6 bedrooms, sis. It's just me. 3 bathrooms, okay? And everybody know I ain't never at home. What the hell? I'm gonna sit up here and pay $1,000 a year to the damn water company, and I'm only using $50 worth of water.
I don't understand why that's such a big deal. It's
right.
a house. It's your
but
house.
I have water, okay?
It's
I have a total portable system. I have water. I ain't never had no complaints about my ass stinking. I'm sorry. I don't even know if you.
Well, she's saying, well, yeah, you can curse. And
I know they say my campaign manager is probably pulling his hair out, probably saying, "Coffee, that's not a good image." But I gotta keep it real. What you see is what you get. And the thing is that I have water. From portable toilets. Okay, from portable sinks, compost toilets, water barrels, all kinds of stuff. I'm able to clean myself. Okay, but like I said, I'm never at home anyway. And I'm living okay. I'm doing all right.
But why is that so important?
It's nothing but a distraction to get anybody that's
so
ignorant enough to feed into. Why don't they say what I have done? Why don't they say what I do?
Right.
Let's compare resumes.
That's the part right there.
Because only thing she can say is she chased juveniles down, tracked juveniles down. I ain't trying to lock up no juvenile. If you do something wrong, then we're going to deal with it. But my goal is not to build more prisons. That's not my goal. I don't even think we need more police officers. We have more police than any other city per capita. Okay?
Do
now,
we?
Yes, we do. We have way more police. Well, now giving them higher money, I ain't got no problem with them getting higher pays. The ones that's doing their job. You doing your job, then you deserve, because I understand our police officers make less money than the county police officers and everybody else.
Yeah, I definitely think they
every police officer ain't bad. I got people that's close to me that's on the police force as well, and
hey, Danny.
And I salute these younger police officers, young men
for coming in
because it's not an easy task.
I definitely got people next that's real dear to me that's cops. So
right,
all cops not bad, but the ones that are, just like all black people and all white, everything.
Nobody is bad,
right?
And and then you got people that hate white people. I ain't one of those people. I got white people in my family too. I fight for white people too. My sister, my white sister Gina Torres. I stand with her hard. Her son was assassinated by the SWAT team. 20-year-old little skinny white boy. That's a life. On the
south side?
Yeah, right there, right. That's her son. She love and care about her son like we love and care about ours.
Right.
And so little brother came up to me at the car wash a couple of weeks ago, walked up on me, and he had his little hat turned to the side and tracksuit and his Jordans on and everything. And he walked up on me. I'm sitting in my car. Sitting down in your car is not a good place to be when somebody walk up on you. They have the upper hand. And he was like, and he was trying to get out what he was saying. He used his hand mannerism and stuff. And I was like, hold up, brother, wait a minute, just give me a second. So I got to prepare myself. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have on a mask or anything. And so I said, let me give you a mask, baby. I said, because neither one of us have on a mask. He said, well, I just want to thank you, sis. I said, thank me? I didn't know what. I thought he was going to ask. I didn't know what he was. What to
we
think,
don't know. So we in St. Louis.
I didn't recognize his face or nothing, right? But he recognized me. He wanted to thank me. He telling me that he appreciated me standing up for him when he was attacked by police dogs, when he was handcuffed out in Woodson Terrace, and the police had already handcuffed him. He did something, maybe stole a banana. I don't know what the hell he did. Something out of 7-Eleven. I don't know what. I can't even remember the details. But whatever he did,
It didn't warrant what he got.
right. You handcuffed him. Why did you decide to not only let the dogs continue biting him, but you let them loose? So I had to step up. That's somebody's son.
Right.
You know. So I'm like, whether it's somebody grandmama or grandbaby, if it's an injustice, I got you.
What you say?
If it's
That's
a-
right. You said
That's
it.
right. I said it.
You
fam.
said it, baby.
All
You
right.
said it. Because I know you're always, in the front of the, the STM newspapers and all these, because you always on the front line. You always on the front line fighting for something. And that's why I figure, like, what is it that needs to be done to get you in office? Because you've been fighting the good fight for the longest. And I'm trying to figure out what is it. And I'm thinking maybe it's the younger community you need to reach, or I don't know, maybe they need to see you in real time other than seeing you outside, seeing you moving around, handing out, because you fight for the criminal justice system. You done gave me some information that was very detrimental to some people that I'm close to.
Thank you.
Like, what is it? Because you're outside, you're here. You're living this life with us.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And the thing is that it's not necessarily the best person win the race. It's a good cliche, but it's not necessarily. It very seldom happen that way. What's happening is, like I said, in this race right now, okay, we have 10 senior citizen buildings and we have a lot of college dorms. How can I get into college dorms? So I have to let the college students know I'm in the race, right?
Right.
How do you let them know you're in the race? If you can't get in there to give them literature,
Right.
okay? So therefore, they doing mailers. We don't have the money. We don't take that money.
Right.
Postage 63 cents a letter, right? An
Right.
envelope. So when you're talking about thousands and 20,000 people in the ward, if I send out mailers to 20,000 people, that's going to be about $13,000. We don't have, our budget is not that. They can do it, and that's not
Okay.
even taking up. That's taking about a third of their budget. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
So you thinking you
we don't have just the basics. So black people, I'm gonna just put it out there. First of all, a lot of black people don't donate to campaigns. We need donations. Whether it's, I got 5,000 Facebook friends. If each one of my Facebook friends donated $1, that's $5,000. That's more than what we have.
Right.
If they donated $5, that's $25,000. We can kick butt with $25,000. We can make it do what it do, family. With $25,000, the other person could have $100,000. They're gonna need $100,000 to match what we can do with 25.
Right.
Because we know how to make it work,
We
right?
do.
We
We
know how
do.
to turn. We know how to turn
We do.
lemons into lemonade, right?
I'm the queen of that. Lord
Okay,
knows.
we know the struggle. We struggle,
Yes.
so we know how to make it happen. We gonna eat, we gonna eat. And so the thing is that that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with my opponent has been holding the alderperson seat for 5 months in one of the 6 wards that makes the new 11th ward, and they're using that to their advantage with going in, setting up meetings at the YMCA, setting up meetings at Julius Davis Library, which I went to when I was a kid. Since I was a kid, I remember when the new Julius Davis Library was built on Natural Bridge. I lived on Margaretta.
I remember that too. That's
okay,
crazy.
everything was black owned over there. We had Yellow Ball shoe store. She don't know nothing about Yellow Ball.
I don't know nothing about Yellow Ball.
We bought our
Good,
tennis shoes at the same place we bought our bowler bats and noun laters, okay? Everything was black owned. Cox Cleaners, Cox Laundromat, right there on Natural Bridge. We had a black gas station, the Mobile, right there on Lee and Clarence. Mr. Willie and his brother owned that. Everything was black owned over there. Next door to my house that I grew up in, corner store, Pickwick, black owned, right? We got to bring black businesses
We
back.
do. We
have
definitely
to.
do.
And these kids are more phenomenal than we were. They are. I mean, they are brilliant.
They are.
So we got to give them that opportunity, And so the thing is that when you're dealing with people who have access, and then she teamed up with one of the 6 aldermen from another ward, and they're doing that same shenanigans, they're going in the senior citizen buildings because they're wearing their alderman t-shirts, and they're saying, well, we need to come in, we want to give them, we got some free dishwashing detergent and tote bags that we want to give away. And so they let them come in there because they're the current alderman and they want to give away some free items. And then, of course, they push their agenda. So when you deal with this type of, don't even talk about the absentee ballots. They turning around sending out, mailing out absentee ballot applications to the seniors along with their literature on their envelopes, and it's legal. So these are the type of things they're doing, and they're doing like 4 and 5 rounds of mailing.
Cause I definitely got some mail.
Okay,
I definitely got some
right.
real mail, and it was like, hey Yolanda, how are you doing? I'm like, do I know this person?
See, yeah,
but it was definitely for
okay. When you have money to do this, you done sent out 4 rounds of mailers. I know they did it because it come to my house too. Okay, they do the bulk mailing and it comes to everybody in the area. Okay, I haven't done that. We don't have that kind of money. You see what I'm saying? So when people turn around, they get the absentee ballots in the mail and they looking at all this mail that they gave her. They say, okay, well, she said vote for me and I set you free. Well, when we see Coffee Wright name on there, we didn't get anything from her, so she didn't say vote for me, I'm gonna set you free. So I better vote for that person. You see what I'm saying? And so it's a lot of that that's happening, right? So therefore, I have to be sitting on their table too. I got to be in your mailbox too. So at least you can say, okay, I get a choice. Now this person says this, but it all boils down. People can make their mouth say anything they want. They can print up whatever they want. You know, I can print up saying, you know, I got a baby by Obama. You know, that's gonna be the new rumor out. You know what I'm saying? You can make your mouth say what you want, but what they have to do is go by our track record. See what have somebody done, and use your brain, fam. You know,
that's the thing though. That's why I was saying, like, most people that don't know you don't know you. Like, I know you, I see you, but the people that this opportunity for me was for you to get your name out here, because you know this is a radio station plus a podcast plus it's a lot going on with my city, my music, and we have a big platform. So you can actually come on other people's platforms and push for Coffee Wright, because Coffee Wright is a major player to me. You in the trenches with us. How can that be wrong? I mean, you understand the process of how things go. You understand what we go through on a daily basis, because you go through it too. And for you to be such a non-threat to everybody, they definitely come for your neck. And baby, let me tell you something. What I know about people is, ain't nobody gonna pay you no attention if you ain't a threat. You just, they gonna blow you off. But they love to come for you. They slander your name. They speak disrespectfully as hell to you. They really take you down through there, and they really try to switch the focus. Now, I'm outside too, and I do a lot of volunteering and around. I might be pissing some people off. I don't know. I don't move like that. I'm like you. I just live in my truth, and I let the cards fall where they may. I live in my truth, and I live by another laws of my ancestors cover me, so I'm not even really tripping off that. But you are more than welcome to use my platform to get the word out of what you trying to do and how you plan on helping the people in your ward, how you plan on doing what you do, because I feel like this is a fight that you have been fighting. You've been fighting a good fight for a long time. You should have been in office a long time, to me.
Thank you.
That's my personal opinion.
Thank you.
And I'm here for you.
I appreciate you, sis. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. You know, when people talk about you behind your back, is that's because they're behind you. You know,
right?
And and I don't think I'm better than anyone. And so I just have to make a difference. It means something to me. I got my butt whooped as a child a lot for speaking out. I've always spoke out and spoke up. For justice in my house. If I was accused of not sweeping the floor, and I know I did, I'm gonna say no, I did sweep the floor. And so I'm not gonna compromise. I don't compromise, and I know how to negotiate.
And you are resilient. A lot of people would have gave up a long time ago.
Well, I mean, I can't give up because I'm still alive. They go, as long as I'm alive and I see something wrong, whether it's the missing people, we outside with that.
Yes.
But the main thing is that, if people come out and vote and, and speak, cast your vote, family. I need your support. If you want me to be able to sit at the table and help design legislation to help vote on bills that's in our best interest. You know, if everybody remember, they tried to put spy planes in St. Louis City, the entire city,
Yeah.
north, south, everywhere. Okay, I'm not an elected official, but I got wind of it. Me and John Chasnow. I heard about it through Jesse Todd. I saw him, and so I said, "Dag, what's going on?" And he was upset and pissed. He said he just came from the board about to meet him, and he said only him and Sharon Titus was the only ones that voted against it. All the other black aldermen was for it, and I know them all. I ain't got no problem with them personally, but I got a problem with your decision
Well,
you
business
making.
is business. It's not personal. So
Right. So
it's not supposed to be.
It's
Let's
right.
say
So
that.
I had to tell them, you know, they was calling me saying, Coffee, why you on Facebook Live talking about that? Because I'm letting the people know that you all are making a decision to have spy planes flying around St. Louis City 24 hours a day. And you didn't even let the people have any say so. But we don't have to. This is only the aldermen have to vote on this. We don't need the
Right.
public vote. But that's not right, though. You should get the public's opinion. Let's have some town hall meetings and let everybody, by the show of hands, or you write it on a note, however you want to do the survey, see if that's what the people want. And if that's what the people want, then that's what they going to get. But you don't make that decision just because you put in a position to do it. And
Right.
I like to say this in closing, sis. I'm the only non-elective official that I'm in what's called Board of Aldermen Resolution 20. People can Google it just like that. St. Louis Board of Aldermen Resolution 20. And what that is we are recognized as making Juneteenth a paid holiday before it became a national holiday.
Yeah, I was
See,
just about to touch on that real quick because
since
I know you definitely was a big push behind that.
And so they have a problem with that when they get to not have to go to work and get paid for Juneteenth, because you know America got 2 days of freedoms: 4th of July when Britain gave white folk their freedom, and Juneteenth when we took ours. So that's 2 days of freedom a year, right?
Right.
And we needed to. Everybody deserves to get paid on a holiday, and so also I'm a part of the national organization who pushed to make it a national holiday for all the states, right? It's been a holiday for Missouri since 2007. A lot of people didn't even know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was a part of that team.
It seemed like it just became a part of
I've
national
that's
holiday.
why, girl. No, I've been doing, because that's why I did St. Louis's first Juneteenth parade. Got a proclamation from the mayor, and the mayor wasn't my friend. I got that was from wasn't the current mayor,
Yeah, the mayor before.
Absolutely. So but I mean, everybody get to cast one vote. You know what I'm saying? But those votes do add up. And I am asking for people's support. If you live in the New 11 ward, I need you to come out and don't wait till election day. You can go vote now. Voting started on the 21st.
Okay.
So please get out there now. Don't wait till election day. Go to the Board of Elections and vote, or you can call the Board of Elections and ask them what they have. They have a lot of what they call no questions asked early voting, right?
Okay.
And it's a lot of places set up, about 12 different places. You can just walk in and vote if you live in that ward.
Okay. And briefly, I want to touch bases real quick because you said you were an advocate for the homeless and missing persons. Because I remember I think you were a part of the search for the girl in Berkeley, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
you definitely was a part of that search. I remember you on the ground, looking through trees, looking in the woods. I remember that.
Yep. And not only was I part of the search, but I actually was one of the individuals that actually found parts, her remains.
Oh, wow.
And that was real. That was horrible. It was horrible to see anybody, a human being, outside like that. It was bad. But I was there, and some of my team was there, and it's been many more after her. We have over 1,200 missing people right here in Missouri.
That was the question I was about to ask, the statistics of how many missing people are from Missouri.
Well, black girls, I believe 33% of the missing people are black girls and women. There's over 100,000 missing black girls and women in the United States, and it's a shame because they don't go looking for us. They want to say we ran away from home. They always want to stigmatize us with that, and that's normally not the case. If you ran away from home, then teenager, whatever, they're gonna take their favorite items, favorite tennis shoes, or
Right.
cell phone, different things that mean something. And chances are they're going to be at a relative's house or a friend. You'll be able to at least know where they have some idea, yeah, she's with such and such or something, even if they won't come home. But just to disappear off the face of the earth, now if you're white, it's gonna go viral, and they're gonna be looking for you for quite a while.
Right.
But if you black, it seems that they only look for you for a couple of days. I mean, just ask any police officer.
I know the numbers are staggering.
Right.
If you actually go and Google the number of missing brown people, it's crazy. It's crazy. So we didn't even. You got so many other accolades. It would take like 2 hours to talk about the films, the everything. You got books. You got everything. Director, producer. You got everything. So if you wanted to leave the people, because I know he gonna be screaming, wrap it up in a minute. But if you wanted to leave the people with anything, just from you, to leave with them, to take with them to the polls that they might, sway their vote in your direction, what would you want to leave them with?
I say, look at my track record, family. Look at, I've been there for the people. And I can pride myself in that because it's all about the people, And so don't worry about nasty rumors that people put out. Don't worry about how much time I spend in my house. Worry about how much time I spend on the streets, how much time I spend fighting for you. That's where the concern should be. Not is my car as fancy as the next person's car. That's petty. I've had nice cars, I've had a Rolls Royce that I gave away.
Okay.
I've had two Mercedes Benz in my life, and I've gave them away, while I drove a Sanford and Son pickup truck because that served my purpose, at that time. And so, I've starred in small films and then had small parts in large films. I've met every celebrity that I've ever wanted to meet. I've been in a movie with Denzel Washington, a movie with Robert Townsend, movie with Tupac, Cicely Tyson, you name it. And met them personally, not just in a little bitty scene, but I've met them, had conversations, and have photos to prove it in the video. And you can go pull the stuff up, So this is St. Louis needs help, and we're able to do it. Especially North St. Louis. We really have. It has changed. It used to be.
They don't give it the help when they get it the way they want it,
and they're not going to run us out. See, we can't get ran away, family. We falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We have a right to be there. We have a right to own our properties, and we have a right to enjoy the beautification that's coming and be a part of it. Because it's gonna happen whether we like it or not.
It's definitely gonna happen.
And we have to claim stake in it. We have to have businesses there as well. We have to keep our homes there. We have to keep our schools open. That's why they're shutting down all of the schools.
I know that was the beginning of the process.
I'm public school all the way, sis.
Yeah.
Public school all the way. Because the schools are the foundation of the community. If you let those schools close down, then there goes the community. People want to live where there are nice schools for their children. And so you can't blame them for getting mad and moving out. But if we all move away, then we gave up,
Right.
And so thank you so much.
I love you, Miss Coffee. Give them y'all, Miss Wright, honey. Give them your information so they can contact you, and we gonna wrap this up.
Family, we need volunteers. We need help out here. Phone number is 314-461-8187. 314-461-8187, or you can email us at teamcoffeewright@gmail.com. teamcoffeewright@gmail.com. We appreciate your support. The best thing you can do is spread the word, family, and take 5 souls to the polls with you. If you can do that, vote early, get your votes in early. You can start now, but April the 4th, I need you at the ballot if you don't do it before. I'm Carla Coffee Wright. And that's right, I said it.
Okay. And I am your host, Yolanda Misunderstood Brown. I'm your host, Yolanda Misunderstood Brown, and this is Miss Me, another beautiful, amazing, wonderful episode of Miss Me After Dark. If what you do don't negatively affect others, live your best life, baby. Don't let nobody hold you back.
Woo-wee.
That's it. And we out.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You can leave that.